Hello everyone. In this video, I will explain you about leads reports and its creation process in Salesforce. So let's jump to the topic and discuss about how to create leads reports in Salesforce Lightning. So let's move to our org. So this is my Salesforce Lightning org and here we are learn how to create leads reports in Salesforce Lightning. So for this, firstly click on the app launcher and under this app launcher we can see that there is a search box present. Enter the sales in this search box and select the sales option. Our sales page is open and under this sales page we can see that there are lots of tabs present on the navbar. But we want to select the report tab. So click on the drop down arrow and under this drop down list we can see that there is a reports tab present. Click on this report tab. Our report page is open and our reports are related to the business user and here we want to create the new report and for this we click on the new report button. Our create report dialog box is open and here we are choose and find out our leads that we want to look at for our report type. So there are bunch of different report type and the languages of the report type will be determined what type of the information we will see on our report and what field will be available to us when we are reporting. Here we are choosing the leads. So click on the leads report and on the right side we can see that the detail related to the leads are comes up. So we want to start this lead report. So click on the start report button. Here we can see that there is a no record present. Here is a toggle present on the right side. So click on the toggle and enable this update preview automatically toggle. So then we do not have to save and run every single time to this report. And on the left side we can see that there is a filter option. Click on this filter option and under this filter we can see that there is a field show me which is already selected as a my lead, but we want to select this as a all leads. So click on the show me option and click on the drop down arrow of the show me and under this we can see that all leads option are present. Click on this option and then select the apply button and our show me field is changed to all leads. And after that we can see that there is a create date field present which is currently showing on or after November 13, 2023, but we want to show the create date as a all time. So we click on the create date and go to the range. Click on the drop down arrow of the range field and then here we can see that there is a all time option present. Click on this all time option and then click on the apply button. After clicking on the apply button we can see that our create date changed to the all time and here we can see that the huge list of all 31 leads that are in the Salesforce are shown here. So then leads that have been created since the inception of our Salesforce instance I will be able to see here and we can see all the leads when we created a report for ourselves to maybe look at the active leads or leads are in the certain stages. Here you can see the 39 leads are present here. Now we want to add the filter. So there is a filter option and there is a add filter field is present. Now click on the add filter and enter the lead status in the search box and select the lead status and after that selecting the lead status here we are choosing the status and then filter by the working and contracted as the entire organization. Click on that and after clicking on working contracted option then click on apply button. So here we go and we have about 11 leads that we are currently active working on the contracted and you make sure that this is all information that is coming in from your people that are working on the leads. So they have not put the status of the individual leads as contracted or working. They would show up here. After that I open up my list field. These are the fields that we have access to and to report on to the possible filter by depending on what type of the fields they are. I clicked on a outline. Here is the outline option. Click on that and I want to narrow down this list of fields that we are seeing. So we do not need an email. So we remove the email field and after that we also do not need the street field. So we also remove this field and I want the lead owner as the the top so we can move the lead owner and place it into the top And now I want to add few fields. So one thing that we want to add as an annual revenue. So I am searching the annual revenue in the search box, and here is the annual revenue. Click on that and this field is added here. And you can see that our annual revenue is adding at the beginning of the fields. But we want to add this annual revenue after the company and account. So we move this annual revenue to down and it is placed under the company and the account, and you can see that our annual revenue is comes after the company and account. Now we want to add the group based upon field. We can put data into different groups. I want to group it by the lead source, and here we can group that and search the lead source into the group row field. Enter the lead source and here is the lead source selected. So here we can see that our three came from the web, and the one came from the phone inquiry, and the three came from the partner referral. And here by simply clicking on the annual revenue, so move to our annual revenue field and click on the drop down arrow of the annual revenue field, and here we are seeing the summarize option. Click on that and it already show the sum function. So this is used for the summarize the annual revenue field. So scroll to the bottom and here you can see that it summarized the annual revenue field. But now this time there is a no annual revenue is present, so it will show zero annual revenue. Now we want to save this report, so click on the save button. Here is my save button. Click on that and our save report dialog box is open. Now give the report name. So here we are giving the report name as a lead report, and after that giving the report unique name which is automatically filled, and then give the report description. If you want to give the report description, then you can, otherwise leave it as it is. And then select the folder by simply clicking on the select folder option, and here we are selecting the private report folder, and then click on the select folder option and then save it. And you can see that our report is saved and our lead report is shown at the left topmost corner. Now we want to run this report, so click on the run button, and here we can see that our lead report is on the run mode. Now click on the added button and we want to make the chart of this report, so click on the add chart, and here you can see the chart. If you want to change this chart to the donut chart, so click on the donut chart option, and if you want to change this chart to the funnel chart, so click on this funnel option, and here you can see there is a no annual revenue present. That's why it not created the funnel chart or the donut chart. Now we want to create the line chart, so here you can see that the line chart is shown here. Now move forward and discuss about how to create leads reports in Salesforce Classic. Let's move to our OR. When we log into our Salesforce account, it directly moves to our Salesforce Lightning version. For moving to our Salesforce Classic version, for this click on the profile picture, and under this profile picture there is an option switch to Salesforce Classic. Click on this option. After clicking on the switch to Salesforce Classic option, we move to our Salesforce Classic version, and here you can see that there are tabs present on the bar. So we want to choose the report tab, so click on the drop down arrow, and under this drop down list we can see that reports tabs are present, so click on this tab. Our report page is open. Our report page are related to the business user, and here we want to create the new report, so we click on the new report button. The report type page is open, so here are the bunch of different report types, and the language of the report type will determine what type of the information we will see on our report and what field will be available to us when we are reporting. And here we are choosing the leads report type, so click on the leads report type and select the leads. The leads report page is open, and each report has the three sections. There is a first section that is the filter section, and the another section is the preview section, and the third section is the fields section. There is a show field present under the filter section. Click on the drop down arrow of the show field, and here we can see the show field show my leads, but this time we will choose the all leads option, so click on this all leads. After selecting the show field, here we are choosing the created, so click on the range drop down arrow. This time the range will show the custom option, and we want to change this custom to the all time, so click on the all time option. And here we can see the huge list of all the leads that are in the Salesforce are shown here. And in the field list, these all are the fields that we have assessed to and to report on to the possible filter by depending on what type of field they are. And I click, so I want to narrow down this list of fields that we are seeing, so we do not need the email field here. So click on the drop down arrow of the email field and click on the remove column. Our email column is removed. And we also do not need this street field, so we click on the drop down arrow of the street and remove the column by simply clicking on remove column option. And here you can see that both the fields email and the street are removed from this preview section. If we want to add the specific field, click on the field and here we can search field and add the column. Those will bring up the same thing. If we want to add something like the lead source, so enter the lead source and drag this lead source and drop it into the preview section. And here you can see that the lead source is come under the preview section. And after that we also want the rating field to add, so enter the rating in the search box and here is the rating field. Drag this and drop this here, and you can see that our rating fields comes at the last, but we want our rating field at the beginning, so move this rating field from the last to the beginning. And here you can see that our rating fields comes at the beginning. Now here we are doing group by field, so click on the lead source field. Here is the lead source field. Click on the drop down arrow of this field and click on the group by this field option, and after that we can see that our group by lead source field is group by. Here we can see that the web one record, phone inquiry one record and the partner referral one record is shown here. Now we want to save this report. So click on the save button. The save report dialog box is open. Now give the report name, and here we are giving the report name as a lead source group by report. So enter the lead source group by report in the report name and then enter the report unique name, which is automatically filled, and after that enter the report description if you want to fill, otherwise leave it as it is. And then select the report folder. Here we are selecting my personal custom reports and then click on the save button and then click on the save button. Here you can see that our report is saved to lead source group by report, and then we want to create a chart, so click on the add chart option. Here typically it will only work if you have a group. So we have it grouped by a lead source, and here you can see that little bar chart is shown, and we can also change the what kind of chart it is. If we want the donut chart, so click on the donut chart option, and here you can see the donut chart is shown in the preview mode. If you want the line chart, so click on the line chart, and here is the line chart shown here in the preview mode. If you move this into the main section, so click on the OK button, and here you can see that our line chart is shown under the preview section. Now we want to run this report, so click on the run report button, and here you can see that our report is shown as in the run mode. And here is the lead source, 19 records are present, and the web lead source as a 7 records, and the phone inquiry as a 3 records, partner referral as a 4 record, and purchase list as a 6 records shown here. So with this, we have come to the end of the video session. We will see you in the next one.